time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to blank. Hey!
Welcome everyone. Welcome to Power Hour Live. Today is the last Power Hour of the week, Thursday, April 17th. Markets close tomorrow. We've got a little sell-off going, but S&P is still up 12 on the day. NASDAQ is down 13. Russell's up 12, and Dow is down 515. Gold is finally red on the day, down 0.5%. Silver is down 1.7%. Notes and bonds are down. 10-year yield up 1.25%. Oil's up 3%. Natural gas slightly red. Soybeans finished a little red. Wheat basically unchanged. Corn down about 1/3%. Euro is currently just dipping into the red. Pound is up 0.25%, and Bitcoin up a little over 0.5%. VIX down 6%, sitting at 30.59. Got you, Ken. Thank you for the reminder. Appreciate that. Yeah, kind of a little bit of a whippy day. Some whippy Vega action. It's kind of the biggest thing. But I did good with my Elmos. I only got stopped on one. So my first one, I closed out for small profit. Just wasn't getting any decay and just kind of whippy price action. So I just decided to close it. Ended up being a good thing because it would have gotten stopped, I'm pretty sure. Hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 profit targets, and then my last one stopped. Good news for that is I reduced my credit and width, which essentially reduces my risk as well. This isn't taking into account the longs. So, yeah, for example, Trade Stores shows plus 36.10. I'm actually at, still got a couple long puts left. And it's a little laggy here. Yeah, so I'm currently up 38.10. Got a couple long puts going. Day trading, a little over 2,300. I do have some couple of puts left in a Microsoft short. This NVIDIA trade, that was from yesterday. I closed it for about minus 1,200 because I was up a little bit going into the close. So that was a loser. Other than that, that is all I have done today. Chad, how about you?
Yeah, pretty good with TLC. I had one that was a full stop, but just with the weird volatility, it was only a $360 loss. Had some positive slippage. It was really weird. Then had a 20/40/60 and out, and then had a 20/40 and stopped. So green there. Elmos were doing good until my last three. Two of those three were full stops, and the third one I cut out early. But it would have been stopped. So up about $710, but gave a lot back. Having a couple get stopped out. So that's kind of unfortunate. I was up about $3,000, ended up being now up about $700 on Elmos. So, but nice TLC day. And not currently in anything because of this down move.
Yeah, I'm not in anything delta neutral. Like I said, I've still got a couple SPX puts, and I just closed out another Microsoft. So I've got one long put in Microsoft, and I've got two long puts in SPX, just seeing if this thing has any more downside in it before I shed the rest. Oh, I forgot. I've got my BICs as well. Let's see. Let me bring that over. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just all my normal time tranches. Didn't add any additional ones in there. My 9:15 a.m. got double stopped. All the others have been one-sided stopped. It shows down right around 1,000, but I've gotten some value out of my puts. So let's see, what does IB tell me? I'm down about $120 on the day on BICs. So I could come out tiny green here if we don't do anything wild and crazy. JLN, I think Ken was just telling me to turn my system sound effects off so that if I get filled, you guys don't think it's your toss going off. Sometimes I forget to turn that off. All right, getting a little more downside. NASDAQ getting more red. S&P is still green. Bitcoin ticked yesterday's high, and it's really rolled over since it did that. We've got Netflix earnings after the bell. If anybody wants to do a Monday trade, I guess. As far as individual stocks go, the strongest on my board, Halliburton, IONQ, Uber's up almost 3%, Baba's up 2.5%. Apple's up 1.5%. On the red side, Nvidia is the weakest, down almost 3%. AVGO down 2%. Microsoft is red. Meta is basically unchanged. Netflix was acting strong early. It made a big push above yesterday's high and then rolled over, and then it got back up there again and rolled over again. So it's Netflix up about 1% currently going into earnings. Yeah, so if you're going to do an earnings play, you'd be doing the 8 DTE. Netflix has about a 53.5 point expected move. So if I was going to go bullish, that would put it at about 1,028, 1030-ish. It's not very big. As far as weight to the NASDAQ or the S, or not sure which index you mean, but yeah, Netflix actually isn't that big of a market cap. Let's see. Where does it show that on here? Market, analyze, fundamentals. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, here we go. $415 billion. It's bigger than I thought. Of course, the stock has been going up a lot as well. Oh, it's number 18 in the S&P? Huh, okay. Is that by market cap, Dark Avenger? Yeah, so 415 billion. Compare that to like I think Microsoft passed Apple again as the biggest. Microsoft is 2.7 trillion. It doesn't have any relevance for the butterfly. I was just answering Krish. Okay, back to the butterfly. Oops, wrong way. Probably do something like that. Put the peak at 1030, right near the expected move. Yeah, UNH got crushed today. What happened? Did they didn't have earnings, did they? Oh, they did. Okay. Yeah, I saw it was down like 20 some percent, but I didn't realize they had earnings. I guess they're not on my watch list. Yeah, down 20, almost 23%. Microsoft is trying to bounce off yesterday's lows. S&P is trying to bounce off its pre-market lows. think I should probably get rid of these puts. Got rid of a few of them for decent value. These are 20 cents. I'll just cut them. All right, so my final price action iron Condor. Oops. Elmo total 36.85. Why is this doing this? Yeah, 36.85.
No more Elmos with the last 30 minutes?
I mean, I'm not against it. I guess it's kind of chopping a little bit.
I put one on 6 minutes ago, and it's at 18%. I wasn't going to, but that second green bar after the up move, or I'm sorry, after that down move, once it gave a second green bar, I thought, okay, maybe that's where it's stopping.
Yeah.
If that bar wouldn't have flipped green, then I wouldn't have entered. Did a 2-lotter?
Let's see, how wide are we here?
I'll see now. It's acting like, well, not too bad.
Still decent. Going in. Going in, boys and girls. I'm going in.
I'm at 20%.
$15 wide is what I got, targeting $3.50 strikes. All right, let's get one more Elmo winner today. Just send us off into Good Friday and a good mood.
I'm at 22%. Remind me again, if you don't have a bid on one of your, does Trade Steward still close it?
It'll just expire. They'll still close your trade, yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, they just you'll see on toss, you'll see like an order get canceled and replaced.
Yep.
That's them changing the order because one of the longs went bidless.
Yeah, it's so nice you don't have to watch for that.
Yep. So anyway, I'm going to pass on Netflix, but let me post this in case anyone...
Interesting. I was at 25.7%, but it didn't fill.
You came to the right place, Opt for Dollar. You ready for your primer? I'm going to give it to you right now. Ready? Are you ready?
There we go.
I need confirmation that you're ready. Okay. 25% profit target, 50% stop loss, all in, all out. That's it. Course complete.
Profit target reached.
Just trying to enter in consolidation. So I would reference Chad's TLC course just about, waiting for consolidation, but it's just all about, it's basically, very similar to the price action iron condors I was doing before, or what Chad does with TLC as far as waiting for consolidation, but it's just taking it all off at 25% as opposed to scaling out. And then I personally, I use a 50% stop loss as opposed to 75% or something bigger. Yeah, iron condor. Yeah. So in this IV environment, you'll see, if you check my trades channel, you'll see it says it right there on the bot. I'm targeting $4.50 strikes, and I'm with 80 wide wings. And then later in the day, I switched over to $3.50 strikes with 50 wide wings, which is going to be more in line with what I would do in a normal, quote unquote, normal IV environment. But I've just gone for higher credits with wider wings just because, premiums are so juiced right now. All my orders are in the 0 DTE trades channel. Yeah, so I'm targeting the same premium for both call and put side. Oh, no, it's not directional. It's just selling iron condors. All right, my most recent one is up 11%. It's just called Elmo because Elliot and Moel were the ones who started trading it as their love child. You guys you don't like when I call it your love child?
How do you feel having a trade named after you, Moel? It's got to feel good.
That's right. It's big time. All right, I'm going to bounce on my last Microsoft put here as well. All right, so here's my last Elmo. I need a little bounce. If I get a little bounce, I should hit pretty quickly. What's everybody doing on their day off tomorrow? Any big plans? Got a big 3-day weekend? For me, the wifey's out of town. I'm just me and the boys this weekend. Not sure what we're gonna do. Got to figure something out. Backtesting festival. Oh, very nice. Backtesting and Easter. Seems to go together pretty well. All right, here we come. 18%. One more little bump, one more little point up should hit. Maybe not quite yet. It's at 20%. Send back to center. Get some premium suckage. %.
Aren't you glad I talked you into getting in?
I'll let you know once it hits my profit target. I'm not spending the money yet, Chad. Joey, are you Italian? Joey Bag of Donuts? I guess that makes sense. Oh, just your wife's side of the family. Boom. Profit target hit. Yes, Chad, I'm very thankful that you got me in.
There you go. How many contracts did you do?
5.
There you go.
Your grandparents were born there. Okay, still got a lot of family. Django, where is the percent indicator? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Oh, I was looking at Trade Steward. So on Trade Steward, it shows you what percentage you're at right here in this column. Got a little less than 5 minutes till MOC. was trying to find, isn't there a P&L percentage column in TOS on the monitor screen? Chad, do you know?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to your,
Oh, there it is.
just type in, search for it.
Yeah, so who was that? Django. If you go to TOS under your monitor tab, and if you've created groups, like I like to put all my trades in groups on the monitor tab if you're looking at my screen. And then in the column you can customize those columns, and just so when you go to your settings here, go to PL percent and add that over here. And then it'll show up right here. I just have these longs that are worthless left, so that's what that's showing there. But when you're in a position, it'll show you your percentage. MOC in 2 minutes. Got a little more downside coming in. Total P&L on Elmos for the week, 14,702. Nice. Elmo coming in hot this week. All right, 30 seconds till MOC. And a little delay.
S&P 500 market on close imbalance, sell side 2.2 billion.
2.2 billion sell side. God, this guy is the worst.
Dow 30, sell side 966.
Voice news disconnected.
He's like, he just can't speak very well. 2.2 billion sell side is what it was. Got a little downside reaction coming in. I have my voice activated on Financial Juice, Chuck. So they say it before it gets posted. S&P coming down to unchanged. Well, Pelosi gets it first, tops, and then everybody else gets it. I really need to start testing that. If you see the market's starting to move one way leading up to the MOC number. Sure seems like just jumping on that direction can tend to work a little bit. Elliot, you've done that, haven't you? If you see the market starting to move into MOC, you kind of jump on. I think I've noticed a couple times at least. Oh, I don't know if Elliot's on here. Oh, there he is. A little bounce back, not much follow through. S&P's trying to stay green. Dow's kind of been the weakest of the indices this week, followed by the NASDAQ. Russell's just basically been sideways. Ooh, Microsoft's still moving down. Guess I could have squeezed a little more shekels out of the Microsoft puts. It's breaking below yesterday's low. Getting a little bounce. S&P wants to stay green. Tesla trying to go green. Pretty decent bounce out of Tesla. I wouldn't say designing any new strategies, Dark Avenger. I am kind of putting together a plan to. So I still like to day trade directionally stocks based on relative strength and weakness, but I'm also going to start. I'm outlining some very specific criteria to trade the indices, but using futures. Still with a lot of the parameters I already use with pre-market high, lows, previous day high, lows, close. But I'm going to do the indices with futures, so I'm kind of outlining that and putting together a little plan for next month. A little over 4 minutes. Let's see if Mahomes is coming to play today. My toss is a little laggy today when I'm streaming. Trying to get filled on the 80 fly. Wow. Got filled at 260. I didn't realize I was trading that rich. I'll take it. All right, got 3 minutes. Need to move away from 80. Currently at 82. All right, got about 2 minutes. Still hugging 80. Tesla got shut down trying to go green. Microsoft's still weak. Amazon near lows. I don't know what the news that came out on Google was at about 9:30. It had that big down bar, and then it kind of grinded up to sideways all the rest of the day. 1 minute. Anything above 52.83 would be profitable. Currently right at 83. Locked. Wow, didn't even get to 85, and it locked it in. Beautiful. Mahomes likes Easter. He likes that Good Friday vibe.
Order cancelled.
And here comes the bell.
Order cancelled.
SPX final 5282.65. 5282.65. All right, all. That is a wrap. I enjoyed spending my short week with you. Going to enjoy my long weekend with my kids. We will be back in action next Monday. Everybody have a great, safe weekend. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.